Good morning. I'm Roger from the Woodcraft Store in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and we know everybody's going through a lot these days with the current coronavirus situation, and with schools shut down and so forth, we figured there's some ways that you might be able to use some of that time with your children there to spend a little bit more time together and perhaps explore some creativity. So what we'll talk about today is some things you can do at home with tools you probably already have and materials that you may have. Making some toys, finding ways to make some products that, some toys with your children that then you can explore with their imagination with. And I've got a book here that I'm going to use for some of the patterns, and it's wooden toys. We sell that, but you know, you can get your ideas out of magazines, draw freehand, let the kids draw the animals themselves. So I've got a pattern here. We're going to cut this out, this little seaside, some dolphins here. And what I've got is some transfer paper that we use. But when I was growing up, we called it carbon paper from the old typewriters. But if you don't have that, don't let that stop you. You can draw the design freehand, let the kids draw the design. The important thing is just to get something down there you can cut out a design and have some fun. Later on, you'll be painting it and decorating it. I'm going to be using a scroll saw here because I have one in the shop here. You may have one at home. If you don't, you can also use a little handheld saw like this here. Uses the same type of blades and cuts. And if you don't have the wood available, think about, get creative. Think about using styrofoam that you may have around your house. If nothing else, do it in heavy cardboard. Don't let lack of materials these days or the inability to get out and get some supplies stop you. The idea is to have some fun and be creative. Okay, we're going to start in just a minute. Okay, so I'm going to cut out this little dolphin and wave base here. Nice thing about this particular plan is I have a little bit of a puzzle at the same time. I'm just going to carefully trace around. You can see I've got some transfer paper underneath here. I'm going to trace around the design. And this is a great thing to let the kids do themselves too, because, you know, when I was growing up, I didn't worry if I colored outside the lines too much. The important thing is, don't worry about how perfect this is going to be. Think about how much fun you're going to have doing it and the creativity and exploration that you're going to have with the kids as you play with these toys and paint them. All right, so we're just going right around the line here. This is where it's going to become a little bit of a puzzle here as the dolphin is coming out of this wave. Right down here. And we'll draw that around. Again, I'm not worried about making this perfect. It's not about being perfect. It's about having fun and spending time with the children and being creative. So let's see how that looks. All right, the material I'm using right now is some 3/4 inch plywood because it cuts out really nice and it'll make a nice puzzle. But again, you can use pine. If you don't have wood available, use styrofoam. If you have to, make it out of cardboard today. Have some fun. First thing I'm going to do is just kind of cut this out to give myself a little. And I'm just cutting right along the lines. Again, I'm not worried about if it's a perfect cut or not. Some of the fun is going to be in sanding this when it's done. Alright, so the magic of video here, we're about to come on. Release that first little piece of the dolphin from the puzzle here. And I'm just going to lift this up so you can see what's going on. And there's our dolphin. It's going to make a beautiful little puzzle piece right there. We'll be back again in a minute when we have the rest of this. Okay. So after a few minutes work with the scroll saw or the hand saw, depending upon what we're using, or as I say, styrofoam or cardboard if that's what you've got available, we've got a few pieces cut out here. We've got a nice little puzzle right there for the dolphin. And Another little baby dolphin coming in. So now we're gonna spend a few minutes with some paint, decorate these things, and this is where you can, again, really explore and have some fun with the children. Okay, back in a few minutes. So with a little bit of paint, and use whatever you have available, we have some of the Black Dog furniture paint in the shop here, so that's what I use, but use acrylics, watercolors. If you don't have those, magic markers, anything you've got, crayons, it doesn't matter. But have fun decorating them. We just did a little blue on the wave, and a little two-tone there on the dolphins, and a little Sharpie for the eyes, and you're done. Point is, you don't have to have a lot of materials on hand. You don't have to have anything other than some time with your children, a little bit of creativity, explore. These are really challenging times we're in right now. Try to make the most of it, and you have some extra time with the family, spend it and be creative and have fun. And next time you do have a chance to get in the store, we'd love to see you, but we understand things are really difficult right now, and our thoughts are with you. Thank you. So here's the dolphins that we're working on today, and we had a lot of fun doing these. Didn't take long, gets a little bit of a chance. They certainly aren't perfect. That's not what we were looking for. I'd also like to say, if you have a chance to spend some time when this is all said and done, if you can bring the pieces that you've made with your children in, would love to see them.